Hello everyone, about another tier list today, and I'm going to be doing bins slash trash cans. You know what I mean. Where you put things you no longer need. I'd call it a bin personally, but Americans call them trash cans. I'm sure you know what I mean. So let's just get started then. First of all, I've got this plastic one. Got like the handles on the side to pick it up and move it with. Kind of one you associate with maybe like temporary things, like you see it at like a festival or something like that. But it's got good capacity. Like I said, handles to move it. Might not be the sturdiest as it's plastic, and could be potential to blow over in. But I think a solid start, a B. Then we have like the big time outside bin. These like block of flats or whatever, of apartments. Like collectively put your rubbish in it outside or something, or like outside shops and stuff. The big ones. You got the big lid on the top. I guess there's positives and negatives with these. Positives is like the big capacity, fit an awful lot of stuff in. Downsides is the lid's kind of sometimes pretty awkward to lift up, like especially if you're carrying a load of rubbish. You don't have, your hand's not fully free or something. You've got to lift up a pretty decent sized lid, stuff like that, and then you've got to lift your rubbish up to get it in. If you're carrying something heavy, can be a bit of an issue, but I think a solid option. A C. Then this, I'm assuming, is meant to be like a smart bin with like the Wi-Fi coming off it. For me personally, I don't see why you'd ever need a smart bin. I don't know what it does. Just seems like an unnecessary expense and something else to go wrong, in my opinion. An F. Then we have like sort of a park bin or something. It's got like the metal outside. It's rigid. It's there all the time. Safe. Also, you can't really. It's harder to start a fire in as it has like it's not a fully enclosed structure, stuff like that. Solid. Metal as well. Yeah, I think a good option. I mean, it doesn't look the best, but it's a bin. It's not going to look the best, is it? To be honest, I'd say a B. Then we have the recycling bin. This one's like a wheelie version. A wheelie bin. Pretty good bin. Like I said, wheels, good for mobility. Decent capacity. I think a pretty solid option, Yeah, I'd say an A. Then we have my personal favourite, a pedal bin. You got the flap on the top, step on the pedal at the bottom to open it. Endless fun when I was a child. Well, not endless fun. It's a bit sad, but some entertainment to be had when I was younger. Just stepping on a pedal bin, opening the lid until I got told off for messing about with a bin. But yeah, pedal bin, S tier. Then we have like a bin with a kind of seesaw lid, I guess I'd describe it as. You sort of push it either side and it sort of goes in, lets you put your rubbish in and then reseals itself. Yeah, the bins with the tops are good, they sort of like keep the bin smell in the bin, which is always a plus. This one though, it's not a pedal bin, you do have to touch the lid with your hand, which, not the best, but I think still a solid option. Say a C. Then we have like waste paper bin. These are usually, like in your living room or in an office or something, where you're not going to be putting anything too bad in a bin like this. It's just mainly like paper, stuff like that. Maybe like chocolate wrappers, whatever. You don't want to put anything really dirty in there or something. It's got holes in it, stuff like that. It's not the biggest, but yeah, gets the job done. But small capacity and not very versatile. Say a D. Then we have like the classic, metal trash can, as I'd call it. The typical thing. You see like wrestlers using this, hitting each other's with it and stuff. But yeah, I think a classic metal. Got the lid. Yeah, I guess not the most mobile. Could be a bit heavy, but a solid bit of kit. I think a classic for a reason. An A tier bin. Okay, that was my bin slash trash can tier list. Let me know which bin you're picking. Any suggestions, leave them in the comments. Hope you all enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.